What is going on, everybody? It's Civil here, and in this video we're going to be going over how you yourself can develop your own passing scheme out of any formation you're choosing, as long as they meet a few requirements and you can be unique and you can start doing things for yourself and kind of understand what goes into making a scheme. Okay, I'm going to be demonstrating this out of the Arizona Cardinals playbook, out of the gun cluster formation. Is a new formation if you guys don't already know, and we're going to be going over some basic rules of what you need in a formation to have it be a dominant passing attack and to make it your own. And then we're going to be going over a few plays that demonstrate it out of the gun cluster formation. Okay, so here we go. So when you're scanning over a formation to see if it's whether or not it's good enough to be able to be part of an offense, to be able to build a scheme around it, the biggest thing you initially want to look for, and you can tell this just from play art a lot of times, is if it has all the routes you need. Now, you're going to need corner routes and you're going to need posts. Okay, those are the biggest ones. And then also crossers are really cool. You know, some other stock routes like verticals is a really cool play to have because it's very unique in that not many formations have it, and it's a very interesting way that you have to defend it. So right here, immediately we see that in gun cluster we have corners, we have a post, and we have verticals, which is really cool. Okay, so now if you want to check this out, we know that we have corners. I already know the corners are good, but just for demonstration purposes, we're going to look at mesh post and see if this post is good, because play art sometimes can be deceptive. So we're just going to show it against a random zone coverage. Okay, now we see right here the play art looks like it's a perfect post, and we're going to snap it, and we're going to see it gets all the way to the sideline right here. It did not get underneath that zone. I'm not sure what kind of coverage it was. It looked like maybe some kind of quarters, but we're going to snap it a few times. Just watch this post route right here, got underneath the cover 2, so we can see immediately that this post is really good. Now we're going to take a look. This corner route, we can see right here, this is a really good corner route. So immediately, it's very easy to see that this has all the routes that we need. That corner route is super sharp. That's what we're looking for. And now let's take a look at PA read, which is a crosser, which is another thing that you want. And you see here the crosser only getting about 15 yards at the end of this route. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. So the crosser in this formation is kind of bad. So that's something that we have to note. And thankfully this year is not as important as it was last year. Okay, so we see in the gun cluster we have all the routes, so immediately checks the number one rule that we are looking for. Okay, so now we're gonna get into rule number 2. So the second rule and the second key thing that we have to check now in the formation is to see what happens when people like to blitz us. Okay, if you have a formation that can't withhold itself against a blitz, you're not gonna be in that formation for very long. So here we are. We're gonna be sending 7. Now, what are we gonna do against 7? There's 2 things you can do. Now, the first thing you have to know is that if you block 6, you're an idiot. There's no reason to block 6. There's no reason to send 4 routes out. Either we send 3 routes out or we send 5 routes out. Now, in this formation, if we max protect, hitting LB and the right stick up, so everyone who's eligible to block for pass blocking will be blocking after we do this. We see that we still only have 6 blockers. So we want to see if we know someone's blitzing, then we have 2 options. Either we can try motion blocking and getting 7, or we can send 5 routes out. So the first thing I like to do is to see if motion blocking is something that we can do. And you see that we are going to motion block our RB receiver, and we're going to have a smash concept on the right side of the field with a curl in the middle. So this is a good route combo against someone who's sending 6 to 7 people, because they don't have enough defenders usually to defend everything. So we're going to motion them in a step, we're going to block, and you see how everything was picked up. And with a decent route combo like that, we're able to, right there, I don't know how I didn't get tackled, but we're able to pick it up. We're able to pick it up and have a decent route combo on the field. Another way we can do this is, and this is a little bit more popular, and I like this a little bit more in terms of 3-man route combos, is we know we have a good post, so we can use that post to our advantage. Once again, I'm going to come back out in 3-4 odd. I'm going to use this show blitz, and blitz that everyone's using, and we have to use this post route because it would be stupid not to. And a really good way to attack blitzes is by using 2 hitches and something over top. Now we know we can motion block this guy in a step, so don't even worry about the route that RB is on, okay? And all you have to do this is hover over him, tap in, and snap the ball, okay? And you see how everyone gets blocked, and you just have to make a read because they are sending 7, so sometimes they will come in regardless, but you see that we did have plenty of time to actually make a read. Now, you see once again, why is this such a good route combo? Because this is a very specific route combo to have to defend. We know our post route is going to get underneath their deep zones, and our hitches are going to be a real pain for any kind of underneath zones to actually get to, okay? So I'm going to show it one more time. Now, against, this is kind of a defense that a lot of people run with this, and nothing's going to cover any of our routes really, okay? Boom. Here we go. Boom. Really, really, really simple. And those are 2 3-man route combos that are really good, that are the same, they look exactly the same pre-snap, and now your opponent has to worry about those. Now, the second thing to attack people who like to blitz the ball, or blitz on defense all the time, is sending out 5 routes. So you want to make sure you have a couple 5-man route combinations that can attack that. Now, a play I really like out of this is a Z-spot shake. So we see we have 2 corners, and we see that we're able to quick snap this. And what's really cool is that if we quick snap this, they're not going to have their adjustments in. And all it takes to quick snap is 1 hot route or less. When you break the huddle, you put Y on a wheel right here, and you're going to see how we have a high-low to the right side with the corner and the flat, a high-low to the left side because we changed Y to a wheel, and we have the corner from Goodwin. Plus, we have something coming over the middle. So if someone's blitzing us, right? So, excuse me. So you know, say they're sending 7, okay? We just have to be able to make a read quick enough, and as long as we put on a good route combination, which this formation is letting us do, we will be able to succeed because they just can't cover everything if they're trying to blitz. So even if they do something like this where they're sending 5 people and they have a cover 3 shell, we are sending, or the route combination we have is still going to beat this, okay? And right there, Van Noy was supposed to be blitzing, and this is going to beat a lot of stock coverages too, because watch what happens. Say this is a stock coverage, so let's go just cover 2. That's what's so cool about sending out 5 routes and why I like to do that a lot, because you're going to be able to tear up a lot of different things. So it's just a stock cover 2. Right here, we got over it. Now you want to learn what your routes are going to get over. Right there, I wasn't expecting the corner route to get over the cloud, but it did. And that comes due to the fact of a very specific corner route and a specific formation. So you have to practice your routes from your formation, okay? Because not all formations are built the same, and not everything is going to work like that, okay? So I hope that was pretty clear. So those are 2 important ways to be able to pick up people that like to blitz over and over and over again, okay? So now we're going to get into rule number 3. Okay, so the next and final rule that you're going to want when you're trying to create a formation in a passing scheme is you want to have plays that can really attack just about every type of coverage, okay? So we're going to be using the play mesh post again here, and we're going to be going up against just random play. And you want to have setups that can really beat just about anything, okay? And typically these can be 4-man route combos, and they're going to be very, very efficient. So what I'm going to do here is this is an idea of a 4-man route combo that is going to be pretty efficient, and we're going to see why. So right here, boom, we have our hitch. Now what makes this entire thing go is this post route right here. Because we have a post that's so good, which is obviously super important to have, it gives us a lot of flexibility to do what we need to. Right here, we have the post over top. This player here is going to beat a lot of coverages, and it's going to put the user in a lot of confliction, okay? Once again, it's simple. Right here, now you can get creative with what you want to do with RB. Really, you can motion block them. If you wanted a 3-man route combo that's going to beat a lot of coverages, you could put them on a drag if you wanted to. We'll try a drag right here. And we got man coverage right here. Our hitches are going to beat man, and so will the post route most of the time. Okay? And you have to be willing to take these checkdowns. Once again, I'm going to show you. And you're going to see right there, I was on a blitzer, but you can see how effective this play is, and you have to have plays like this because this starts to dictate the game. That you have a play that they have to adjust to. The biggest thing is that you want to make the defense have to adjust to you. You don't want to have to adjust your entire game plan based on what the defense is doing. You want it the other way around. Okay? Right here, kind of a late read, and I had the other hitch open. But you can see how this is beating almost every coverage. Right here, we can flip it up a little bit, drag the other guy, and that was actually a really bad route combination. The reason that was bad is because if you look at this, if you look right over top of this guy, you see how there's a little smudge in the tight end's drag route. That's an option for him to drop or to stop right there. You want to re-drag him if he has something like that, okay? And then do something like this. And here we go. So boom, we see a man blitz right there. Our hitches are going to beat man blitzes, okay? So that's a very important thing to note for you as well. I'm going to show you guys this play one last time. This is a really good play. You have to find some out of your own formation that can mimic something like this. And it doesn't have to be a play like this. It could be something as simple as a flood concept, okay? So I can show you guys like this. Like we have a really simple flood concept with a backside hitch. This is going to cause a lot of problems for defenses, okay? Right here, boom. They have to adjust to this. We have two plays that they just have to adjust to. And how they do that will determine our next play calls. Okay, once again, we're going to go with our corner route play now. Boom, we're going to play him on a backside hitch. The reason I'm hitching this backside and I'm putting a streak here is because this guy's going to clear out any deep zones. The backside hitch is almost unguardable. You have to either user it or put a vertical hook. So boom, right here, it was a man blitz. We see once again the hitch was open. It's going to beat man coverage, and this is going to be annoying for the defense, okay? Last time, I'm going to show you guys this play one more time. Boom, boom, boom. We have our post route open. This play is going to be really frustrating. Now, while these are three rules that are going to be going over a good way to build your scheme, you're going to have to find more stuff. You're going to want a couple gimmick plays, kind of. You know, just like deep bombs, ways to bomb cover 3, cover 2, cover 4. I'm not going to go over those out of this formation because sometimes they are kind of gimmicky. Excuse me. And they take a little while to lab and find. You don't want something like that. And then another thing is that you want to see what formations you have around you and see if there's anything decent out of any of those. Just, you know, a couple clicks away, because if you go to audible, you audible to other formations with the same personnel set. Okay? If you want to do something like this, and you want to run 4 verticals real quick, you can do that, which is really cool. Because you see, boom. Now that's another thing that you want to make sure that you've looked into for your offense. And the only other thing I can think of right off the top of my head is a decent running play. It doesn't have to be really good, but something just to keep the defense a little bit honest. But that's going to be really it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you have any questions about building a scheme, let me know. I've created a ton of schemes in my time of playing Madden, a lot of really unique stuff. So any questions, please feel free to hit me up and leave a comment about what scheme you guys want to try, what scheme you guys are unsure of if it's possible, or any kind of general questions regarding it. Let me know. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.